Hey guys, how's it going? Hope you're having a good Sunday today. Anyway, I just thought I'd hop on here and show you a little bit of our progress that we've made. We worked till 11 o'clock last night and I wore out my knee pad, so we had to call it a night. But we managed to get past this little wall here where the power box is, so that was really... I kind of wanted to get the whole room done, but we're about 4 or 5 rows short, but that's okay, we'll get her done today. So I just wanted to let you know that for the vinyl plank flooring, it says you can cut it with just a utility knife, but yeah, it's I've watched videos on it and it doesn't work that great, and it's a bit of a pain. So I would highly suggest you either get a vinyl cutter or a laminate cutter. What I have here, what I rented for $20 for the weekend. Highly worth it. Gives it a nice clean cut, really easy, no mess, no power tools. You know, pull the lever, boom, away you go, you're done. You can cut your angles. It's got on there the 45s. You know, it just makes it a lot easier to do. I think it did a really nice job there, right? You know, so a lot easier than trying to score it with a knife. And this stuff here is you don't have to hit it very hard when you click it into place. It is a little bit tricky for sure. I've seen videos who said, oh, it's easy, it's easy. Well, it's plastic and it bends and it breaks. So just be aware. So what I found was when you go to lock it into place, and if you don't have it just right here, this lip here and the seam will bend up. Like if you have to lift it up to try to replace it or whatever, that'll bend and it's pretty much buggered. So, but you can cut that off and I mean reuse that against the wall, right? So I also found when you go to lay the pieces, if you tilt it at a high angle like that and then drop it down into place and try to have it as close, like I haven't got this one locked in yet, you can see there, but I found it a lot easier. The closer you can get to locking it in, the better, without having this lip here go right inside. So the closer the better, and it just snaps in a lot easier. And then what we were doing, we discovered, is the wife would grab it. So you lock in your end piece first, and then lift it up. So pick this end up a bit, and then the wife would grab here and then push down here at the same time and tilt it at a little bit of an angle. And then I would come along and pound it in. And like everybody says, you know, use a scrap piece so you can, you know, go like that to tap it in, right, with your rubber mallet. So that seems to be to work the best, and it took us a bit to discover that, but not too bad. I mean, we did a couple rows. I was doing it by myself, and then the wife actually started to just come over and started helping me. And yeah, it worked really nice when you have 2 people, so they can kind of lift it up and hold it into place, and then like I say, push it down so it slides in nice, so you get a nice clean line like that, right? So it's turning out really nice. It's I'm quite happy with it. It is a little bit finicky, and being plastic, like say, you don't have to hit it very hard. You know, just got to tap it and it should slide in. And also I found if you, when you first drop in the end, if you just give it a couple little love taps, it'll click into place. So, and then it goes in quite easily. And I also discovered that if you get the plank flooring, the vinyl flooring that's got the cork on the bottom, it's quite a bit more money, but you don't need, like we're put on a concrete floor, and the manufacturer and the instructions said it needed a moisture barrier. So now we're messing around with this frickin' plastic, which is a little bit of a nightmare. Putting it on top of plastic, especially the first few rows, because it slides around like, it slides without the plastic, but now it's on plastic, it's sliding like crazy. So, and I've seen videos where guys were screwing, you know, the first couple rows into the floor. While I'm on concrete, you can't do that. So we just put little spacers in there to try to hold it, and it did work. But yeah, it's a little bit finicky. Once you get the first 3 or 4 rows, you kind of got to play with it a bit. I had to pull it out from the wall a couple times, but it slid really easy on the plastic, obviously. So if you want to spend the extra money and get the cork board, well, then you don't have to mess around with the moisture barrier if you're putting it on concrete flooring. But yeah, it's really thin. I think it was 0.3 mil or whatever it was for the plastic. So yeah, it's turning out good though. We should be done, well, we will be done today. I just got about 3 or 4 rows here, well 4 or 5 I should say, and then do the entranceway here. I also had some cracks in the floor that we sealed up just so moisture wouldn't come in. So I got this special caulking that's for concrete flooring, and it seals within an hour and you can use it. So they were just hairline cracks, but wanted to seal them up anyway to prevent any moisture from coming in from underneath. So yeah, and when you're dealing with a king size bed, you're rolling around. It was a little bit of slowed us down a little bit, so, and we didn't want to take this bed apart and bring it out of here, so we just worked around it. It was we got it on wheels there. You could see we have little wheels to move furniture around. So once we did that and started rolling it back and forth, and now it's fully on the floor now. So yeah, monkeying around with a king size bed is lots of fun. So yeah, that's really my tips for that. Like I say, the cutter is the best way, and then to lay it out, yeah. And it goes in pretty fast once you get going, actually. We worked probably, I would say, a good 8 hours to 9 hours to monkey around with this. But we did have to wait for an hour for the floor to set there with the cracks. I should have done that before, but I didn't. And then, yeah, monkeying around with the bed slowed us down a little bit. So a little bit of a trial and error. Like I say, I've laid laminate, but I've never laid vinyl plank. So, but it's going in nice and fairly easy. So yeah, it looks good. I'm very happy with it. I did have to go back and I wanted to touch up a few spots on my wall with some putty there. I wasn't happy with it. So once it was painted, I went back and just re-puttied a couple little screw holes that I wanted to fix up there, trying to make it perfect. I got to stop looking at it with a magnifying glass. It looks good. I'm happy with it now, good enough. So it looks really nice. The wife did an excellent job of painting the trim. So anyway, that's her. We'll carry on, and I think we're gonna go with the wide baseboards for in here. It's quite a bit more money, but it's gonna look a lot nicer. So in this room, we're gonna go with the wide baseboards. Me and the wife both decided, so. I should say the boss decided, which is her. Anyway, peace out, guys. Have a good day.